Welcome. Settle into your bed and let the day drift away. Breathe in and out, feeling the gentle rhythm connect you to the present moment. Let thoughts drift by like clouds. Surrender to the peace of now and the gentle embrace of gravity holding you safe. You are supported. Let the quiet wonders of the universe be your lullaby tonight. Physics is not just a subject in a textbook. It is the silent language of the universe, the whisper of wind through trees, the warmth of sunlight, the pull of the moon on the tides. You are part of this grand tapestry. The atoms in your body were forged in ancient stars. As you rest, remember, you are a conscious piece of the cosmos, made of stardust, wondering about itself. There is comfort in the predictability of the universe. The Earth spins, the moon orbits, and the stars trace familiar patterns, reminding us of a cosmic dance that is dependable and eternal. Even when life feels chaotic, the universe's steady rhythms offer peace and stability. Let this order bring you calm. The air you breathe, the light you see, the sounds you hear, each is shaped by gentle, invisible laws. Molecules dance, photons paint, and vibrations sing. Even a drop of water forms a perfect sphere held by surface tension. Simple physics, quiet beauty, this is the artistry that shapes our world. As you drift towards sleep, let curiosity be your gentle guide. There's no need for answers, just the pleasure of quiet questions. Wonder why the stars twinkle, or how a seed knows to reach for the sun. Tonight, borrow a sense of wonder. Let your thoughts drift, connected to everything in the universe. Let curiosity be the soft music that lulls you to sleep. Embrace the quiet wonder of physics, found in the silence between stars, the unfolding of a fern, and the way light bends in water. These gentle truths are always here, offering peace and connection. Let your mind become a calm, clear lake, soothed by the universe's order and beauty. Rest now, held by the steady, gentle hands of the cosmos. Float into the vastness of space. Earth shrinks to a blue marble behind you. Out here, the cosmos is mostly emptiness. Distances so vast, stars are like islands in a dark ocean. In this silence, there is peace. As you drift towards sleep, imagine yourself floating in this quiet, unburdened and free, held by the gentle forces that guide the stars. In the vast emptiness of space, immense clouds of gas and dust, nebulae, drift quietly. Gravity slowly gathers this material, forming a glowing protostar. When the core becomes hot and dense enough, nuclear fusion ignites. A star is born, shining brightly in the darkness for billions of years. Once a star is born, it pours out light, its silent song, across the universe. The sunlight that warms your face began its journey deep inside the sun, taking thousands of years to reach you. The colors of stars reveal their temperatures, from cool red to blazing blue-white. Starlight carries hidden messages. Dark lines in its spectrum tell us what stars are made of. As stars burn, they produce more than just light. They also create a torrent of tiny, almost massless particles called neutrinos. These particles are actually one of the most abundant particles in the universe, yet they're incredibly difficult to detect. They're sometimes called ghost particles because they interact so rarely with other matter. Trillions of neutrinos from our sun are streaming through your body every single second of every day. They pass through you, through your bed, and through the entire Earth as if it were empty space. They're a constant silent rain from the cosmos. The reason neutrinos are so elusive is that they're not affected by the electromagnetic force which governs light and most chemical interactions. They're only affected by the weak nuclear force and gravity, both of which are incredibly feeble. A neutrino could travel through a light year of solid lead without hitting a single atom. This ghostly nature means they carry information directly from the heart of a star. While a photon takes hundreds of thousands of years to escape the sun's core, a neutrino makes the same journey in about 2 seconds, traveling at nearly the speed of light. Detecting these particles requires immense and sensitive experiments. Scientists build huge detectors deep underground, often in old mines. The layers of rock help to shield the detectors from other forms of radiation. These detectors are essentially giant tanks filled with purified water or other liquids, surrounded by light sensors. Very, very rarely, a neutrino will happen to strike a nucleus in one of the atoms in the tank, creating a tiny flash of light. By detecting these faint flashes, scientists can confirm the theories of how stars shine. It's like listening for the faintest whisper in a hurricane. There's something deeply calming about the idea of this constant, harmless stream of particles passing through us. It's another invisible connection we have to the heart of our sun and to all the stars in the universe. We're bathed in a river of cosmic messengers carrying secrets from the furnaces of stars. They don't disturb us. They don't harm us. They simply pass through, a silent testament to the nuclear processes that power the cosmos. As you lie here, feel the gentle, imperceptible rain of neutrinos. It's another quiet, physical truth connecting you to the vast universe beyond your room. From deep space, Earth is a tiny, fragile blue dot, our only home. Carl Sagan called it the pale blue dot, inspired by Voyager 1's distant photo. Its blue comes from oceans and sky, a sign of life in a vast, empty cosmos. Our thin atmosphere shields and sustains us, a gentle, vital embrace. On this pale blue dot, we are all together, traveling through the cosmic dark. The moon, our silent companion, gently pulls on Earth, creating the tides, a steady, ancient rhythm that shapes our oceans and life. Its gravity also stabilizes our planet's tilt, protecting our climate and allowing life to flourish. The moon's gentle grip is a quiet, powerful force across the ages. The sun constantly releases a stream of charged particles called the solar wind, a plasma that fills our solar system. Earth's magnetic field acts as a shield, protecting us from most of this wind. When some particles slip through, they create the beautiful auroras at our planet's poles. Our solar system is filled with more than just planets. Asteroids and comets are ancient leftovers from its formation. Asteroids, mostly found between Mars and Jupiter, are rocky and metallic. Comets, made of ice and dust, often come from the distant Oort cloud or Kuiper belt. As comets near the sun, they form glowing tails, beautiful reminders of our solar system's origins. The Milky Way, our home galaxy, is a vast, spinning disk of hundreds of billions of stars, including our sun, slowly pirouetting through space. Its graceful motion hides a mystery. Most of its mass is invisible dark matter, revealed only by its silent gravitational pull. Let us travel with our minds not just through space, but through time. Let us go back to the very beginning of the universe. According to our best physical theories, The universe began about 13.8 billion years ago in an incredibly hot, dense state known as the Big Bang. In its earliest moments, the universe was an opaque, fiery fog of particles and radiation. Light, in the form of photons, was constantly scattering off free electrons, unable to travel any significant distance. The entire universe was like the inside of a star, a glowing, impenetrable plasma. For about 380,000 years, the universe expanded and cooled. This was a long, patient process. When the temperature dropped to about 3,000 degrees Celsius, a crucial event occurred. It became cool enough for the free electrons to combine with atomic nuclei to form the first stable, neutral atoms, mostly hydrogen and helium. This event is called recombination. Suddenly, the universe became transparent. The photons that were once trapped in the plasma were now free to travel unimpeded through space. The universe, for the first time, was filled with free-streaming light. This ancient light from 13.8 billion years ago is still traveling through the universe today. It fills all of space, and we can still detect it. However, over these billions of years, the universe has expanded immensely. This expansion has stretched the wavelength of this primordial light, shifting it from the visible and infrared part of the spectrum all the way down to the microwave part of the spectrum. This faint, uniform glow of microwaves coming from every direction in the sky is called the cosmic microwave background, or CMB. It is the oldest light in the universe, an echo of its birth. When radio astronomers first discovered the CMB in 1965, they initially thought it was just noise in their antenna, but they soon realized they had found the afterglow of the Big Bang itself. This radiation is incredibly uniform, a testament to the smoothness of the early universe. But it has tiny, faint ripples in its temperature, variations of just 1 part in 100,000. These tiny fluctuations were the seeds from which all structure in the universe, galaxies, stars, and planets, eventually grew. Lying here now, you are bathed in this faint, ancient warmth, a whisper from the dawn of time. The fabric of spacetime is the stage for the universe. Gravity is not a force, but the curve of this fabric shaped by mass and energy. Like a marble spiraling in a curved bowl, planets and light follow the curves of spacetime. Even as you rest, you create your own tiny dent in this cosmic fabric. Time moves only forward. This is the arrow of time. Entropy, the universe's tendency toward disorder, gives time its direction. From sandcastles crumbling to stars forming, everything moves from order to disorder. This flow is not to be feared. It's the rhythm of change, the story of life. Embrace the present moment, floating gently on the river of time. Time is not absolute, it stretches and compresses with motion and gravity. Einstein showed us that moving fast or being near strong gravity slows time, a real effect, not just theory. GPS satellites and even your feet versus your head experience this. Time is a flexible river, unique to your place in the cosmos. Rest in the wonder that your current of time is yours alone. Amidst the universe's flexibility, the speed of light is constant, always the same, no matter your motion. This cosmic speed limit shapes time and space. forcing them to adjust so light speed never changes. It's a universal truth, connecting all things. In a world of change, the speed of light is a point of certainty. Let this constancy bring you peace as you drift in the cosmos. Inertia means objects resist change. At rest, they stay at rest. In motion, they keep moving. In space, you'd drift forever unless something stopped you. On Earth, friction and resistance hide inertia, but it's always there. Stillness is natural. Your body at rest is following the universe's law. Embrace this effortless rest, letting inertia bring you peace. Friction is the quiet force that slows motion and brings things to rest. It gives us grip, warmth, and stability. Without it, life would slip away. Friction turns movement into comfort, holding you gently in place. On Earth, motion always finds its way to rest. Let friction's gentle resistance reassure you it's okay to slow down. Erosion is the patient sculptor, shaping mountains and valleys over eons. Rivers, wind, and glaciers move stone grain by grain, transforming landscapes. Change is constant, but often slow and gentle. The Earth's slow rhythms put our worries in perspective. Rest in the calm of geological time, where transformation is quiet and sure. When objects fall, gravity pulls them down, but air resistance pushes up. Eventually, these forces balance, and the object falls at a steady speed, terminal velocity. Like a raindrop or a skydiver, everything finds its calm descent, a gentle balance, a peaceful state of falling. Let us now look at motion on a microscopic scale. A motion that's happening all around us, all the time, completely unseen. If you look at tiny particles, like specks of dust or pollen, suspended in a droplet of water under a microscope, you'll see something remarkable. They don't stay still. They jiggle and dart about in random, unpredictable directions. This haphazard movement is called Brownian motion. It's not because the particles themselves are alive, it's because they're being constantly bombarded by the even tinier, invisible molecules of the water itself. The water molecules are in a state of constant thermal motion. They're zipping around randomly, colliding with each other and with anything suspended in the water. For a large object, these countless tiny collisions from all sides cancel each other out, and we see no effect. But for a very small particle, like a grain of pollen, the collisions aren't perfectly balanced at every instant. By chance, in one moment, more water molecules might hit it from the left than from the right, causing it to jiggle to the right. In the next moment, more might hit it from below, causing it to jiggle up. This discovery, explained by Albert Einstein in 1905, was one of the first direct pieces of evidence for the existence of atoms and molecules. It made the invisible world of molecular motion visible. It showed that even in a seemingly still glass of water, there's a hidden, chaotic dance of immense energy. The temperature of the water is nothing more than a measure of the average kinetic energy of this molecular jiggling. The warmer the water, the more furiously the molecules move, and the more energetic the Brownian motion becomes. There is a strange, quiet beauty in this idea. It reveals a universe that is never truly still, even in the most profound quiet. At the microscopic level, there's a ceaseless, gentle tremor. The air in your room, the water in your body, it's all a sea of particles in constant, random motion. This is the baseline activity of the universe at any temperature above absolute zero. It's a quiet background hum of existence. As you lie here, perfectly still, you can imagine this unseen dance happening within and all around you, a fundamental gentle restlessness that is part of the very fabric of matter. The present moment is unique, your own point of light in space-time. All your experience, power, and consciousness are concentrated here, now. Let go of the past. Release the future. Rest in this unfolding moment and let time carry you gently into peace. Let's bring our attention home to the quiet magic of water. Water is called the Universal Solvent, dissolving more substances than any other liquid. Its tiny boomerang-shaped molecules act like magnets, pulling things apart gently. This quiet power makes water the lifeblood of our planet and of you. When water freezes, its molecules form a beautiful, open crystal structure, making ice less dense than liquid water. That's why ice floats, creating a protective layer on lakes and ponds. This gentle law lets life survive winter's cold, a quiet secret of water's nature. The air around us is an invisible ocean, weighty, pressing down, yet perfectly balanced by the air inside us. Wind is simply air moving from high to low pressure, the atmosphere's way of finding balance. Every whisper, every sound, travels through this ever-moving air, connecting us to the world. With each breath, you share in this invisible, life-giving ocean. Let us look up at the sky in our imagination. On a clear day, it is a beautiful, calming shade of blue. This is not because the air itself is blue. The air is transparent. The blue color is a trick of the light, a result of the way sunlight interacts with the molecules in our atmosphere. This beautiful phenomenon is called Rayleigh scattering. It is a simple physical principle that paints our world with color every single day. It is a quiet, constant performance of light and air happening all around the globe. Sunlight, which appears white to our eyes, is actually a mixture of all the colors of the rainbow. When this light enters our atmosphere, it encounters the tiny molecules of nitrogen and oxygen. These molecules are much smaller than the wavelength of visible light. They act like tiny bells that are more easily rung by high-frequency waves. The blue and violet light at one end of the spectrum has a shorter wavelength and higher frequency. This light is scattered in all directions by the air molecules much more effectively than the red and orange light with its longer wavelengths. So when you look at a part of the sky away from the sun, the light that reaches your eyes is mostly this scattered blue light coming from all parts of the atmosphere. It is as if the entire sky is glowing with a faint blue light. This is why the sky appears blue. Near the horizon, the sky often looks a paler blue or even white. This is because the light has to travel through more air to reach you, and it gets scattered and rescattered so many times that the colors mix back together, appearing more white. This same principle explains why sunsets are red and orange. When the sun is near the horizon, its light has to pass through a much thicker slice of the atmosphere to reach your eyes. By the time the light gets to you, most of the blue and green light has already been scattered away in other directions. Only the longer wavelengths of red, orange, and yellow light are left to travel straight to your eyes. The atmosphere acts like a filter, removing the blue and leaving the warm colors. The simple physics of scattering gives us both the calm blue of midday and the fiery beauty of sunset. Imagine a sunbeam entering your room. Its journey began in the sun's core, traveled through space, and now gently warms your floor. Some light is absorbed, some reflected, letting you see the world's colors and shapes. The simple path of a sunbeam fills your room with warmth and light. Where there is light, there is also shadow. A shadow is simply an absence of light, an area where light is blocked by an object. The shape and sharpness of a shadow depend on the light source. On a sunny day, shadows are crisp. On a cloudy day, they're soft and diffuse. Shadows offer calm, cool refuge beneath trees or in quiet rooms. Let's shift from sight to sound. Imagine clapping near a canyon. Your echo is sound reflecting off distant cliffs. In big spaces, echoes are clear. In smaller ones, they blend into reverberation, giving music warmth. Bats and dolphins use echoes to navigate. An echo is a memory of sound, a conversation with the world. The very act of hearing is a beautiful piece of physics and biology working in concert. The world around you is full of vibrations, a guitar string, a ringing bell, your own vocal cords. These vibrations push and pull on the air molecules around them, creating waves of pressure that travel through the air. These are sound waves. They are invisible ripples in the ocean of air, carrying energy and information from the source of the sound. The loudness of a sound is related to the amplitude or height of these waves. The pitch of a sound is related to their frequency, or how close together they are. These pressure waves travel through the air and arrive at your ear. The outer part of your ear, the pinna, acts like a funnel, collecting these sound waves and guiding them into your ear canal. At the end of the ear canal is a thin, taut membrane called the eardrum. The incoming pressure waves cause the eardrum to vibrate, just like the skin of a drum. Your eardrum is a faithful translator, converting the pressure waves in the air into mechanical vibrations. It's the first step in a delicate chain of physical events. These vibrations are then transferred to 3 tiny connected bones in your middle ear, the smallest bones in your body. They are called the hammer, the anvil, and the stirrup. These bones act as a lever system, amplifying the vibrations and transferring them to another membrane, the oval window, which is the entrance to the inner ear. This amplification is necessary to transfer the sound energy from the air into the fluid-filled environment of the inner ear. It's a marvel of microscopic biological engineering, a perfect impedance matching device. Finally, the vibrations enter the cochlea, a spiral-shaped fluid-filled structure that looks like a snail shell. Inside the cochlea are thousands of tiny hair cells. The vibrations in the fluid cause these hair cells to bend. Different frequencies of sound cause different hair cells to move, depending on their location along the spiral. When these hair cells bend, they send electrical signals up the auditory nerve to your brain. Your brain then interprets these signals as the rich and varied sounds of the world. Every sound you have ever heard is the result of this incredible physical journey, from a vibration in the world to a perception in your mind. After rain, sunlight and raindrops create a rainbow, an optical illusion, not an object you can touch. Each person sees their own arc, formed by light, bending and reflecting inside millions of tiny drops. It's a perfect, colorful geometry drawn in the sky. On a hot, sunny day, You might see a shimmering puddle on the road ahead. This is a mirage, light bending through layers of hot and cool air, making the sky appear on the ground. It's not water, just a beautiful trick of physics and perception. As we conclude this part of our journey, let us consider the simple, comforting physics of the blanket that covers you. A blanket does not create its own heat. It is a passive device. Its purpose is to slow down the loss of the heat that your own body generates. It is an insulator. And its effectiveness as an insulator comes from its ability to trap a substance we have already discussed: air. Air is a surprisingly poor conductor of heat. Its molecules are relatively far apart, so it is not very efficient at transferring thermal energy from one place to another. A blanket, especially a fluffy one like a quilt or a down comforter, is mostly made of trapped air. The fibers of the fabric create millions of tiny air pockets. These pockets hold the air still, preventing it from moving around. This is important because while air is a poor conductor, it can transfer heat very effectively through convection, which is the movement of the warm air itself. By trapping the air in tiny pockets, the blanket prevents convection. It creates a stationary layer of air around your body. Your body is constantly generating heat through its metabolic processes. This heat warms the layer of trapped air within the blanket. Because this air is a poor conductor and cannot move around, it forms a warm, insulating barrier between your skin and the cooler air of the room. The blanket is a shield that keeps your own warmth close to you. The thicker and fluffier the blanket, the more air it traps, and the better it insulates. This is why multiple thin layers can often be warmer than a single thick layer. You are trapping more layers of still air. There is a deep, simple comfort in this. The warmth you feel is your own. The blanket is just a quiet helper, a physical barrier that holds your own life energy close to you. It is a gentle embrace, made possible by the poor conductivity of air. As you lie here, feeling the comforting weight and warmth of your blanket, appreciate the simple physics at play. You are wrapped in a cloud of still, warm air, a personal atmosphere that your own body has created. Let this feeling of being held and protected by the simplest of physical principles guide you into a state of deep, peaceful, and warm rest. Gravity is the gentle force that holds you in bed, keeps the moon circling Earth, and sculpts galaxies. It's the invisible embrace connecting every particle, from you to the most distant star. As you rest, feel the Earth's gravity, a silent promise that you belong, held close by the universe itself. Black holes are the universe's most mysterious objects, formed when massive stars die and collapse under their own gravity, creating a region from which nothing, not even light, can escape. The event horizon marks the point of no return, a one-way door in space-time. Defined by mass, spin, and charge, black holes are perfect, dark spheres of pure gravity, silent, powerful, and humbling. Like a stone making ripples in a pond, massive objects create ripples in space-time, gravitational waves. These waves carry news of cosmic events, like black holes colliding or stars exploding. Detecting them took giant sensitive instruments, like LIGO. Now, we can feel the universe's vibrations, a new sense for humanity. Magnetism is an invisible force, like everyday magic. You felt its push and pull with magnets, a gentle power that acts at a distance. Sprinkle iron filings over a magnet, and you'll see beautiful curved lines, magnetic field lines, revealing the hidden structure of this force. Magnetism quietly shapes our world, guiding compasses and powering technology, a silent force all around us. Our entire planet is actually a giant, though weak, magnet. This is thanks to the Earth's core, which is made of molten iron. The motion of this liquid metal, driven by the planet's rotation and heat from deep inside, generates a vast magnetic field that stretches far out into space. And this field is not just a scientific curiosity, it's really a life-sustaining shield. It creates a protective bubble around our planet called the Magnetosphere. This invisible shield is our first line of defense against the constant stream of charged particles from the sun, known as the solar wind, and from the harsh radiation of deep space. Without the magnetosphere, the solar wind would slam directly into our upper atmosphere. Over millions of years, it would strip the air away, molecule by molecule, leaving Earth a barren, airless rock, kind of like Mars. Our planet's magnetic heart is what allows it to keep a thick, protective atmosphere. It's a quiet, planetary-scale force field that deflects the vast majority of these harmful particles, guiding them safely around the Earth. We spend our entire lives protected by this invisible, magical shield, never feeling it, never seeing it, but honestly, we owe our very existence to its silent, constant presence. As we learned earlier, some particles from the solar wind can get trapped in the magnetosphere. They're funneled down along the magnetic field lines toward the north and south poles. When they collide with air molecules in the upper atmosphere, they create those beautiful, shimmering curtains of light known as the aurora. The aurora is actually the only part of this grand, invisible shield that we can see. It's a beautiful, visible sign of the ongoing battle between the sun's wind and the Earth's magnetic field. It's our planet's shield, glowing as it does its work. There's a profound sense of security in knowing that our planet is wrapped in this protective, magnetic embrace. It's a constant guardian, a silent sentinel that has protected life on Earth for billions of years. As you settle into the safety and comfort of your bed, just imagine this vast, invisible shield surrounding the entire planet. It's a calm, powerful presence, holding the harshness of space at bay. You are sleeping safely inside this magnetic cocoon, a quiet gift from the molten heart of our world. Let this thought of planetary protection bring you a deep sense of peace and security. At the tiniest scales, reality isn't smooth. Energy comes in tiny, discrete jumps called quantum leaps. Electrons jump between set energy levels, never in between, creating the colors of neon signs and the light from your screen. This pixelated, orderly dance is the hidden clockwork of our universe. We continue our journey in the quantum realm with perhaps its most magical and mind-bending phenomenon, quantum entanglement. It is possible to create two particles, such as two photons, in such a way that their fates are linked no matter how far apart they get. They become part of a single quantum system. For example, you can create two photons with opposite polarizations. If you measure one and find it is polarized vertically, you will instantly know that the other, even if it is light years away, is polarized horizontally. It is as if they are communicating with each other faster than the speed of light. Einstein famously called this spooky action at a distance. He was troubled by it because it seemed to violate the cosmic speed limit, the speed of light. However, numerous experiments have confirmed that entanglement is a real feature of our universe. The connection between the particles is instantaneous, but it is a very subtle connection. You cannot use it to send a message faster than light. This is because you cannot control the outcome of your measurement on the first particle. The result is random. It is only by later comparing your random results with the results from the other particle that you can see the perfect correlation. Imagine you have two magic coins. When you flip them, they each land on heads or tails randomly. But you find that every single time your coin lands on heads, your friend's coin, who might be on the moon, lands on tails. And every time yours is tails, hers is heads. You cannot use this to send a message because you cannot force your coin to land on heads. But the perfect, instantaneous correlation is a deep and mysterious connection between them. This is the nature of entanglement. It is a shared reality between two distant particles. There is a profound beauty in this strange connectedness. It suggests that the universe is not just a collection of separate, isolated objects. At its deepest level, it is a holistic, interconnected web. Particles that were once together can maintain a mysterious, intimate link across vast cosmic distances. It challenges our everyday intuition about space and separation. As you drift toward sleep, contemplate this idea of a hidden, spooky connection. It is a reminder that the universe is more strange, more magical, and more deeply connected than we can possibly imagine. Galaxies spin so fast, visible matter alone can't hold them together. Scientists believe an invisible substance, dark matter, provides the extra gravity. Dark matter makes up most of the universe, yet we can't see it, only feel its pull. Like lying in a dark room, we sense the mystery holding everything together. If the mystery of dark matter were not enough, the universe holds an even stranger and more profound puzzle. For most of the 20th century, astronomers debated whether the universe had enough gravity to eventually halt its expansion and collapse back in on itself, or whether it would expand forever. But in the late 1990s, two teams of astronomers studying distant supernovae made a shocking discovery. Not only is the universe expanding, but its expansion is accelerating. It is speeding up. Something is pushing the universe apart, acting against the pull of gravity. This mysterious, anti-gravitational force has been given the name dark energy. Like dark matter, we do not know what it is. It seems to be a property of empty space itself. Even in a perfect vacuum, there appears to be a tiny residual energy that creates a gentle, repulsive force. This energy is very weak, but because it exists everywhere, across the vastness of space, its cumulative effect is enormous. It is the most dominant force in the universe on the largest scales, and it is pushing galaxies away from each other at an ever-increasing rate. The numbers are even more staggering than for dark matter. Our best estimates suggest that dark energy makes up about 68% of the total energy density of the universe. Dark matter makes up about 27%. This means that the ordinary, visible matter that we are made of, everything we have ever seen, touched, or measured directly, accounts for less than 5% of the universe. We are a tiny bit of froth on a vast, dark, mysterious ocean of things we do not understand. Our cosmic ignorance is profound. Contemplating dark energy can be a strangely peaceful experience. It is a reminder of the immense, silent forces that are shaping the ultimate fate of our cosmos. It is a force of expansion, of creation of new space. It suggests a future for the universe that is vast, cold, and lonely, as galaxies accelerate away from each other until they are no longer visible. But for now, it is a quiet background hum, a gentle cosmic push that is shaping reality on a scale we can barely comprehend. It is the deepest mystery of all, a silent, invisible energy that fills the void. In the quantum world, the act of observing changes reality itself. The double-slit experiment shows that when we look, particles choose a single path. When we don't, they exist in many places at once. As you close your eyes, the world returns to pure possibility, waiting for the gentle glance of morning. As our journey through the cosmos comes to a gentle close, let us gather the quiet thoughts we have explored. Physics, in this quiet light, is not a challenge to be overcome, but a story to be heard, a lullaby whispered by the universe itself. Knowing you are made of atoms forged in stars, held by gravity, and protected by invisible forces, can bring profound peace. Let this gentle sense of belonging be the final, comforting thought that carries you into your dreams. The universe is a grand symphony of balance, opposing forces in perfect harmony. Our sun's gravity and energy are matched, creating steady light and warmth for life. Even a falling raindrop finds equilibrium between gravity and air resistance. Earth's orbit is a balance, falling toward the sun, yet never getting closer. This cosmic balance is a reminder. Within life's motion, you can find your own quiet center. The iron in your blood, the calcium in your bones, the carbon in your DNA, these were forged in ancient stars. You are, quite literally, stardust. The universe is not just out there, it is within you. As you rest, remember, you are a beautiful arrangement of ancient starlight. Our journey has also taken us through a world of invisible influences, of silent, unseen forces that shape our reality. We felt the gentle, constant embrace of gravity, an invisible curvature of space-time that holds us to the Earth and orchestrates the celestial ballet. We've imagined the invisible lines of the Earth's magnetic field, a silent shield that wraps our planet in a protective cocoon, deflecting the harsh solar wind and making our world a safe harbor for life. These are forces of immense power and profound importance, yet they operate in complete silence, their presence felt only through their effects. We've also considered the more subtle, strange forces, the gentle but persistent push and pull of a magnet, arising from the aligned dance of countless electrons, the spooky action at a distance of quantum entanglement, a mysterious, instantaneous connection that links particles across vast distances, hinting at a reality far more interconnected than it appears. We've contemplated the vast, invisible scaffolding of dark matter whose gravity holds our galaxy together, and the even more mysterious dark energy, a property of empty space itself, that is pushing the universe apart at an accelerating rate. Our world is animated by these unseen energies. They are the hidden architecture of existence. Knowing that we're surrounded and sustained by these invisible forces can be a source of great comfort. It feels as if we're being looked after by the universe in ways we can't even see. It speaks to a reality that is deeper and richer than what our five senses can perceive. It adds a layer of magic and mystery to the everyday world, a sense that we are part of a grand, invisible play with forces quietly guiding the scenery and the plot. There is no need to understand these forces completely. It's enough to simply acknowledge their presence, to feel a sense of awe at their existence. They are the quiet guardians of our world. As you lie in the darkness of your room, you are surrounded by these invisible presences. The gravity holding you, the magnetic field protecting you, the very quantum forces that give your body its substance. You are never alone. You are held in a web of silent, powerful, and benevolent forces. Let this thought make you feel safe, secure, and deeply cared for by the universe itself. While we've found comfort in the elegant answers that physics provides, we've also found a different kind of peace in the beauty of its unanswered questions. Science is not a finished book of facts, but a continuous and unfolding journey of discovery. For every answer we find, we often uncover a dozen new, more profound questions. Our journey has led us to the edge of human knowledge, to the great, beautiful mysteries that still lie beyond our understanding. What is dark matter? What is dark energy? What happens inside a black hole? What is the true nature of time? These are not signs of failure, but invitations to wonder. They are the frontiers of our collective curiosity. They remind us that the universe is far more strange and magnificent than we can currently imagine. There is a deep humility in standing before these great unknowns. It allows us to let go of the need to have all the answers, to control and understand everything. It allows us to simply be in a state of awe, to be a curious child in a universe that is full of secrets, waiting to be discovered. This sense of mystery can be profoundly calming. It means that the story is not over. There is always more to learn, more to explore, more to be surprised by. The universe is not a small, tidy, fully explained box. It's a vast, open, and endlessly fascinating landscape. Embracing these unanswered questions can be a form of meditation, a way of accepting the limits of our own knowledge and finding peace in the vastness of our ignorance. It is a quiet surrender to the magnificent complexity of reality. So as you drift towards sleep, do not feel burdened by what we do not know. Instead, let it be a source of wonder. Let the great mysteries of the cosmos be a soft, dark blanket for your mind. You can rest, knowing that the universe holds its secrets gently. You do not need to solve them tonight. Your only task is to rest in the peaceful presence of the mystery. Let the unanswered questions be the silent, deep music that lulls you into a sleep filled with curiosity and wonder. The universe is a beautiful, unfinished story, and we are lucky enough to be living within its pages. As we bring our thoughts to a final, gentle focus, let's listen for the quiet hum of existence itself. We've discovered that the universe is never truly still. Even in the deepest silence and darkness, there is a constant underlying activity. We imagine the ceaseless random jiggle of Brownian motion, the tiny dance of a pollen grain being nudged by invisible water molecules. We pictured the air in your room, seemingly calm, but in reality a furious, chaotic storm of particles moving at supersonic speeds. their collisions creating the gentle, steady pressure that you feel. We've pictured the quantum leaps of electrons, tiny, instantaneous jumps between energy levels that create the light we see and give matter its stability. We've felt the fabric of spacetime itself, constantly vibrating with the faint, ancient echoes of colliding black holes, gravitational waves passing through you at this very moment. We've learned that you are being showered by a constant, harmless rain of ghostly neutrinos from the sun, particles that pass through the entire Earth as if it were not there. Your own body, even in its deepest rest, is a hive of activity, with trillions of cells performing their quiet chemical work. This is the background music of the cosmos, a quiet, fundamental restlessness that is woven into the very fabric of reality. It is not a jarring noise, but a gentle, pervasive hum. It is the sound of a universe that is alive and dynamic, from its smallest particles to its largest structures. It is the pulse of existence itself. Finding peace is not about trying to stop this hum. It's about learning to listen to it, to feel its rhythm, and to harmonize with it. It's about realizing that stillness is not the absence of motion, but a peaceful participation in it. As you lie here, on the verge of sleep, try to feel this quiet hum. Feel the gentle vibration of existence within you and around you. It is the soft breath of the cosmos. It is the steady heartbeat of reality. You do not need to resist it or control it. You can simply be with it. Let it be a comforting presence, a reminder that you are part of a living, breathing, vibrant universe. Let this quiet, cosmic hum be the final lullaby that carries you across the threshold from wakefulness into the peaceful, silent depths of sleep. And so our journey is complete. We've wandered through space and time, through the familiar and the strange, all in search of a quiet sense of wonder. We've found that the laws of physics, far from being cold and abstract, can be a source of profound comfort, connection, and peace. They reveal a universe that is beautiful, ordered, and held in a delicate, life-sustaining balance. You are a cherished part of this cosmic tapestry, woven from stardust and held gently by the fundamental forces of nature. There is nothing left to do now. There is nothing more to learn for tonight. The story is told. The universe will continue its silent, graceful dance while you sleep. The earth will continue its slow rotation, carrying you gently toward the morning light. The stars will continue to burn, and the invisible forces will continue their quiet work of holding everything together. You can let go of your thoughts. You can release your awareness. You can trust that you are safe, held, and part of something vast and beautiful. Let your final thoughts be soft and light. Picture the gentle curve of the earth beneath you. Imagine the thin, precious layer of atmosphere above you, and beyond that, the vast, silent, star-dusted expanse of space. You are here, in this perfect place, at this perfect moment, poised for rest. Your body knows what to do. Your mind is ready for peace. Allow yourself to surrender completely to the pull of sleep, just as a falling leaf surrenders to the pull of gravity. It is a natural, effortless, and peaceful descent. Thank you for joining me on this quiet exploration of the cosmos. I hope you have found a measure of peace in these gentle wonders. May your sleep be deep, dreamless, and restorative. May you wake in the morning feeling refreshed, renewed, and with a quiet sense of connection to the beautiful universe we call home. And may you always remember that even in the darkest of nights, you are surrounded by silent cosmic magic. Good night. Sleep well, and may your dreams be filled with stars.